What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Two Car Guys podcast. We are here to talk about some fun stuff we did this weekend. I was working, but I was having fun too. I can't complain.
So I saw some of the videos
Yeah,
and they look like you were having fun.
there was some cool stuff
And
going on.
I will tell you, there's some videos in here of one of my favorite cars on the dyno, on the all-wheel dyno, pulling
RS6,
700 plus horsepower.
Let's go. Yeah, we had open house or house party is what we like to call it at APR and Dining. And we did giveaways, how horsepower runs. We did bunch
What
of
kind of giveaways? What kind of giveaways? Tell me.
They gave away a stage 3 turbo kit.
What?
Yeah, stage 3 turbo kit. You had to be present to win, so it was
If you couldn't put my name in the
so you had to buy a $10 shirt, and you had to be there to win. So if I
was unavailable.
Yeah,
at this time.
You missed out on the stage 3 turbo kit, and you missed out on a $2,500 dining build. So
that'd been cool.
A dining experience pack for your car would be pretty sick, sir.
It would be on the BMW. That'd be really cool.
Absolutely. So we did that. We had sales going, all that fun stuff. Cars running on dynos. They had food, bouncy house, anything you can think of for kids, man. It was really cool. They had a big car show.
I know where John was the whole time in the bouncy house. That's why he got nothing done.
Absolutely, yes. So I had to send him a bunch of videos because I was too busy in the bouncy house. But yeah, and then keep saying I'm sorry. After that, we went to a Bruzel Fest. So my buddy, biggest bourbon guy on YouTube, and we'll link him in the channel, is Bruzel, and he did a crazy event downtown Opelika, and so that was super cool. And I didn't take a picture there either, but I'm sure there's other pictures I can grab from somebody because I got a lot of friends that went with me. But yeah, man, this weekend was very busy. And then today was supposed to be a relaxing day, and I ended up washing a car and changing the brake pads on the Aston. Yeah, my brakes on the Aston were just screaming. It sounded like a school bus when I was stopping. So I'll be posting a video to that to my personal channel, so y'all check that out below. What else, Adam? I'm missing something.
I don't know. You did a ton. This weekend, but you missed out.
I did. Yes, absolutely missed out. Adam gets to have all the fun while I go play in bouncy houses, it seems.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have noticed on the channel, but I seem to be the field correspondent.
Hey guys, we're back at the IMSA Petit Lemans. We just drove in that Aston Martin 707 on a hot lap around the track. We hit 148 miles an hour on the straight. Absolutely incredible car, but this is an incredible event. Tomorrow, we're gonna be riding in that AMG GT. I'm gonna get you guys some behind the scenes footage at the Aston Martin Heart of Racing tent and some other things here, so stick around. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the video and come back for more, but we will see you guys soon.
Yeah,
John and I meet up here for
reporting from the studio is John Price. Reporting from the field is Adam Bouse.
And we now go out to the field with our correspondent, Adam Bouse.
Correspondence, hit him with it, Adam. How's the weather over there, guy?
Yes, that's what I feel like cool. Sometimes. That's what I feel like.
Adam's schedule is a lot more flexible than mine. But maybe in the future that'll change. But as of right now, I've got to keep doing my 9 to 5 and doing my thing. And when we can link up, we do. We just did a big event in Atlanta last weekend, and that was
Festival of Speed.
Festival of Speed.
Check out the video on the channel.
That was amazing. Check out
that one's up now.
Yeah, check that video up. It's in the link somewhere here, or here. But yeah, that was super cool.
Yeah.
And then next weekend we may have some other stuff coming where I get to hang out with Adam again. So I try to get to Atlanta as much as I can.
Next weekend we've got a huge viewing party at Yepa in Buckhead. So if you're in town, if you're around, if you're available,
come hang out with us.
Yeah, come hang out.
Come watch some Formula One. It's gonna be amazing. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. We're watching the Formula One race, and it'll be the U.S. Grand Prix. So come celebrate with us, man. That'll be a ton of fun.
That's right. It'll be awesome. But John did miss out. So first of all, and we said this before, but I just want to reiterate, thank you so much to Tudor, to Aston Martin, to WeatherTech, to BMW to Motor Cars of Atlanta, everybody who made it possible for us to go and experience the race in the way that we did. It was absolutely incredible. Probably one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to do. And that level of access that we got, I don't think I'll get that at any F1 race, any Indy race, maybe ever. Right.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. So we actually got there on Friday. We, went and met up with the Aston Martin folks on Friday. We actually did the Aston Martin hot lap in the DBX 707.
Super cool.
You'll see in the video, we get up to 148 miles an hour, 4 people deep on the straightaway. And actually, we slowed down because we were catching up with the BMW and they were kind of slowing down. So
yes,
we could have broke 150. I guarantee it.
But I love a big SUV.
You'll notice
it's a rocket ship, man.
Oh my
That's
God.
amazing.
It was awesome.
Love it.
You'll notice that coming around the corner, he drifts it on purpose, and I did not have the camera very stable. So you guys see that here in a minute.
Absolutely. So,
but
yeah, he got to do some really cool stuff down there. And
the hot lap was awesome.
Yeah.
We actually did a few things on Friday, but Friday was kind of more like trying to figure out where everything is and all that stuff. We visited the vendor's tent and we got the Heart of Racing Aston Martin picture that guy had drawn.
Yeah.
We also met with the folks from Fox Factory. We met with some folks from BMW. Now BMW's hospitality suite was on turn 11, which was really cool because that's the downhill before you make the turn onto the front straight.
Yeah.
So some cars were coming in there, and it was absolutely awesome to see that underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
But Saturday is where the action happened, right? So Saturday we got there at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
We actually went and met with the Heart of Racing Aston Martin team first.
Okay.
And then we went and did hot laps in the AMG GT. That was an awesome experience.
Absolutely.
The folks from Tudor came to get us and actually brought us to the starting box. And we were there when they green flagged the race after a full course yellow, and we got to see the cars come through turn 11 and go right through, like right underneath us at full speed. And I kid you not, like pieces of tires, marbles were just flying up at us while we were sitting there.
That's amazing,
that was probably one of the coolest things we'd ever seen.
Yeah.
We left there and we went to the race. Now that for anybody who doesn't know, the Petit Lemans is 10 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
Long race.
Yeah. That sucker starts at noon and it was over at, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
We got to see some really crazy wrecks. I mean, the Road Atlanta is not lit up like an F1 track is.
Right.
Or a NASCAR track for that matter. So when it got dark. And some of these guys lost their headlights. And at one point in time, one of the Fords had spun out and shut off.
Oh, yeah.
And a Acura prototype car that was in contention hit this sucker almost head on.
I did see the highlights. So
literally exploded the front end of the car. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But we got to go inside the Heart of Racing hot pit. We got to see them do an active pit stop.
That's
and
amazing.
Then we were there, in the end when the race finished and they, came in and everything. That was incredible. But I will tell you,
cool, man.
I don't follow Petit, right?
Right.
And I really, really should because
I follow
cool experience.
I follow a good bit of Le Mans stuff because that series of racing because my buddy Tim that helped me build the Audi, he was on a race team. He was on the Corvette team back year ago, and he's talking about maybe getting back into it. So maybe I'll get to run into him again. That'd be a ton of fun and link up with his team and stuff next year. So Tim, if you're watching this, man, hopefully we'll see you on the next one, dude.
Now, one of my friends was actually the driver of the 707 for the hot laps.
Yeah.
And there's a possibility he might actually be in the Daytona 24-hour.
That's cool.
Coming up. So that will be a pretty awesome. So if he is, we're going to have to go down there and support him. He might actually be racing with Lamborghini.
Hey, awesome, so
that'd be a really cool experience.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, the interesting thing I would say about that racing is you've got 53 cars on the track at the same time.
Right.
and you've got
It's multiple classes of
multiple
racing.
classes. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh yeah. It's
Right?
so
So
it's a
you've got
hard to follow
you've
sport.
got prototypes, and then
Yeah.
you've got the GT pros, and then you've got
Yeah.
the GT, threes or what have you. And I will
GTD. There's a bunch of
GTDs,
different.
and I
Yeah.
will tell you right now, one of the coolest things ever, because you don't realize how much faster those prototype cars are
Oh,
than all the other cars.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There's
So when the prototype cars are going, they take off. It's no time at all before they start catching up to the pack and having to pass
all these other
the
cars.
GT
Yeah.
pros and all that
Dude,
stuff.
it's a
And
cool
so
racing.
what's crazy about it is they have headlights, right?
Yeah.
And so they get up behind these GT pro guys and they start, flashing the high beams, like, get out of the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, it's awesome to see those guys flying by because they are just so fast.
I've got to ask, did you see any of the Mazda spec racing?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Dude, they are bumper to bumper, man. They don't play around.
Friday. That was Friday. We saw that
around.
on Friday. Yeah.
They don't play around,
Yeah.
dude. I was watching that while working Friday.
Okay.
I had it up on one screen and doing my job, but
I
was fully committed to my job. If anybody from my job is curious, I was just listening and glancing from time to time. But
we actually saw that Mazda spec racing when we pulled in. We were looking for parking and we saw them coming through the track, and they're like,
it's nuts, man. These guys are like, I mean, they're bump drafting and they're like, it gets hairy, man. It's a cool class of racing.
That was the last race of the year, and they finished that race under a full course caution.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
I saw the two spin out, and I didn't catch the end of the race, unfortunately. But no, that sucks. And maybe I did and just didn't realize it because it was under caution. But yeah. Either way, it's super cool, man. I'm sure you had a great time. I totally wish I could have been there.
So I will tell you one of the highlights. Okay, so the hot lap was really awesome.
Yeah.
Right. The hot pit was probably my number one highlight.
That was cool. Yeah.
Again, thank you to Tudor for getting us into the starting box. That was unbelievable. And the funny thing was, I had the card and it said, starting box experience 145. And I was like,
wow, I have no idea what this is.
I had no idea what it was. Right.
Yeah, right.
And so when we went there, I just kind of was like thinking to myself, I was like, man, what is this?
Yeah.
And then we get there and I was like, oh, this is legit,
Yeah.
And it was so cool because I mean they walk you right on the track and you go right up there with them. So that was really awesome. But I know John's going to give me a hard time for this, but it's fine. One of the highlights of that whole experience was the food, and I'm not even kidding. So
it still doesn't top the bouncy house and the frozen ice cream I had. Okay, the shaved ice,
the shaved ice
house party. Okay, so I don't want to hear it.
So
I bet the food was pretty good.
It was. So we had, Aston was nice enough to invite us into their hospitality suite.
Right.
Their hospitality suite was on the start finish line, literally, right up against the track. So you can see in the pictures the Aston was backed up to the track, right, right in front of the Aston house, and great viewing experience, great food, great people. I mean, everything about them is top tier, first class,
good.
right?
That's
They do an amazing job. Tudor sponsored the race, and they also sponsored the WeatherTech pavilion, or WeatherTech VIP.
Were they
club.
selling watches at the race, or were they just doing like a, because they were the sponsor of the race?
They were not selling at the race.
That's neat,
it's good that cool. It's good that they were not, because if they were not, if they were,
Adam's gonna lose some money.
It'd be a much different conversation today because I'd been broke.
It'd have been like, just take the money.
Well, it was really what was really funny was I was talking to the host from Tudor, and I was telling her, I was like, not for nothing, but I'm already looking at like 3 watches, and I pulled up my phone. I had like the different screens up with the watches I'm comparing.
Yeah.
But so we're talking with the Tudor folks, and we go inside the WeatherTech VIP, and honestly, one of the best setups I've ever seen. I mean, they had couches, they had this screen that was like the wall of your movie room, like the whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the food was impeccable, start to finish, every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, some of the
That's
best
super
food
cool.
I've had in a long time outside of a restaurant. I mean, it was just awesome. And everybody there could not have been nicer, right?
Right.
And I will tell you, you know, I mean, you know, we had the Porsche Corral, the Corvette Corral, the Hyundai Corral, Mustang, BMW. I know there's some other ones in there. Oh, Lexus was in there.
Right.
And they all have like their own hospitality areas. They all have their
Yeah.
own, you know, like places for
For you to
their fans to
hang out.
park.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
a Cadillac had a spot there, right?
Corvette.
Corvette,
Let's
yep.
get about that.
I think weren't they one of the first people I said? But with all that being said, every single one of them had like their own little area. Like you could go
Right.
there and it was completely different from the other areas, right?
Right.
And then you even had Lamborghini had, you know, a suite and stuff like that. But I will tell you, it didn't matter if you were a Lamborghini fan or a Corvette fan or a you know, McLaren fan, right? Everybody we ran into, super cool,
Nice.
very nice.
I mean,
Everybody
that's
was
car
just
people, man. That's what this is
everybody was
all
just
about.
happy to be
That's
there.
how it is, man. That's what
I
it's all
love it.
about.
I love it.
Car people
You know?
is where it's at, man.
And can I
My
give a
family.
quick shout out to Rexy and Spike? So for those of you guys who don't know, Rexy is a green Porsche, and it's
Yes.
got it's painted or liveried to look like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
And the dinosaur's got an open mouth with gold teeth.
Thing's cool, man.
And what's really funny is I was talking to one of the representatives from IMSA, and he said that when they first came on the scene, that they were the teams basically looked at them and said, well, this isn't very professional. You know, this isn't very fitting with IMSA, right?
Right.
But the
Kids
IMSA rep was telling me
love
that
it.
yes, the
Yes.
kids love it, and they're
Kids love it.
bringing kids into the sport because of it.
Yep.
They've got plush dinosaurs they're giving
Yeah.
away. You know,
Yeah.
you get to see Rexy and you get to see Spike, and I'm telling you right now, the amount of kids that were around that, you know, around the
I bet
trailers and
that's
everything
awesome, man. That's
was
super cool.
legit.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of trailers, something that you and I did not talk about yet. We were walking by because they have, you know, the Aston Heart of Racing team and whatever.
Right.
And we're walking by and I see AMR. Just like John's car, right? I see AMR. And it's a trailer with, you know, sliding back doors, and it says Aston Martin AMR on the back.
I need that on my wall in the garage.
Well,
man.
so what was funny is I said to the Aston guy that was with us, I said, is that the same, you know, what is that? Do they have
Aston
a team?
Martin Racing.
He said, no, they don't have a team here.
Oh.
And I said, well, what is this trailer? He said, come here. And we literally got access into the trailer, got to meet the mechanics in the trailer and everything.
That's cool, man.
That trailer is just there to provide parts for the Aston Martin racing teams.
Oh, all of them. So they're oh, that's super cool, man.
They have every body part, they have every shock, they have every nut and bolt, and they have them, like, I kid you not, he pulled out a baggie that was like this big,
man.
And it had like a SKU number on it, and it had little tiny bolts in it, and they were all organized, and they had them all, like, every door had drawers in it, and you could go in there, and if you broke a strut, you can go get a new Olin strut from them and bring it out. And then it's a 2-level trailer.
Right.
In the front of it, it's got like monitors and a table.
Right.
And we met some of the guys in there, and they were super cool. But we actually got to go up to the top of the trailer and look in it, and it's just car parts from the front to the back, right?
I love it.
And the guy that we met, very nice guy. He's actually the driver of the trailer, so it was his trailer, right?
Yeah.
He said that the truck and trailer together was about $1.3 million.
Yeah.
And then they had another 2.2 worth of equipment in the trailer.
In the trailer, yeah.
And I'm like, so you're driving around $4.5 million or $3.5 million truck right now. I was like,
Jesus.
what is happening? You know? and I was like, I would be white knuckling it everywhere.
Dude,
He said, yeah, that's his baby.
You sent me one video and it was like all of a sudden I just saw the jacket come by and I said, oh, quick, I need that jacket.
Yeah.
Dude, I want an AMR jacket so bad. And I've been trying to find one.
We met the team. We were actually joking with him because I said, I was like, oh, I need one of those shirts. He goes, I'll have a couple after the race. You might have to wash them, but I'll have a couple after the race.
Hey, that's been fine, man. Send it my way, dude. I'd have been all in.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it'd smell like gain when it's done.
I will tell you, it was, you know, I've been to Petit 3 times now. I went a couple of years ago just on my own for the heck of it because some people were telling me it was in town.
It's super cool, man. I've never been. I want to go so bad.
You've never been?
I've never been, dude. Never been.
Are you serious?
Yes, never been to Petit Le Mans.
Oh my God.
Never been to any 24-hour race, honestly.
So I went last year because I was invited with the Aston folks, right? And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But this year was on another level. I mean,
I bet.
The level of access that we got and the things we were able to do and the things we were able to see this year, unlike anything I've ever been to anywhere, including the F1 races we've been to. So
that's super cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. So again, thank you everybody for everything that you've done to get us into Petit, for the access that we got in Petit. Thank you, APR, for putting on the open house.
Absolutely. Hey, and I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody at APR. Y'all did an excellent job. Everybody had their jobs. I know we were all busy, so great job putting on the show. Can't wait to see. I'm actually excited to go to work tomorrow and see exactly how we did in sales, and hopefully it put a lot of great spotlight on the company and the teams that are trying to just make this company what it is and make it better and do better for y'all. So yeah, it's going to be great. Outside of that, also dining. I'm not forgetting about you. Great job there. Overall, I mean, we had a great event, and I wish you could have came to it. Obviously, I understand. You know, you didn't want to come play in the bouncy house, and I get it. It's whatever, man.
I will tell you, I didn't know what to expect from APR and dine-in, and when we came down there that weekend and got to go to the Auburn game.
We should have videoed the tour. I'm sad we did not do that.
I will tell you, I really, really, really enjoyed getting to see behind the scenes at APR and dine-in.
Super cool.
And man, you do know that when they do sell me that car, you're welcome to come see it anytime. But for those of you who've lasted this long in the video, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We know we've got some folks out there that are, you know, diehard fans, which is great.
We do appreciate
if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please share it. Please like it. And please get in the comments. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you want to hear more of. That's why we're here. We're having fun doing this, but we're having more fun interacting with you guys. So let us know.
I'll see you on the next one, and peace.
Peace.